Hi, it's Randy again. It's Monday afternoon and it's October 15th. Here we are in the middle of the month. How's that? Where's the time flying? For you that are having harvest problems, it probably feels like every day is a drag, which brings me to the fact that the harvest is probably moving very slowly. The USDA comes out with a report this afternoon, like they do every Monday on crop progress on the harvest. So we'll see what it is. Of course, myself, but more importantly, the traders know that it's going to be a little bit behind. It's just a matter of how much for tomorrow's markets. Listen, I rarely do this, but I'm going to give you some predictions that are in my head, and I think probably they're pretty real. A couple things may interfere. Uh, if the funds start selling again, for instance, we've got problems, but right now they're liquidating corn, and it's the lowest in months. After Friday, we're only about 30,000 contracts short. That comes from 141,000 not all that long ago. But here are my predictions. Number one, corn exports are running over 25% over last year. And remember, China doesn't buy any corn, so this is good. We're not getting affected by China here like we are, for instance, the soybeans and the pork industry. Uh, More importantly, I think that the basis, we're always worried about that. I think the basis will start to hold. And as we approach the end of the year, I think maybe it will firm a little bit again, which is kind of a rally all of its own. But nevertheless, the good news is by December, mid-December, I really honestly think that December corn will hit $4 again. Now, the first objective is 381 to 383. We came within, so far, the high today, within 3 cents of that 381, which is good news, but we need a close above it to break the resistance. Nevertheless, I think we're going to $4. Uh, I just think it's in it. If the funds completely wind down and get close to 10,000 short or 10,000 long, it's going to be a real big deal. Tremendous support for the corn. On the soybeans, it's going to be almost impossible to get an over $1 rally. The summer high, well, actually May 29th, the high was 10.43. That's not going to happen. Brazil needs some real weather problems to attain that. Then it'd be maybe a little bit easier. But on the other hand, all things being equal, the funds are still short about 40 to 50,000 contracts of beans. They're not liquidating very fast there. Maybe a good amount today, with beans up at one time 14, 15 cents. But it's not going to climb there by the end of the year at 10.43. If you look at Kansas City wheat, it's going to be impossible to get to $6. That would be a 73-cent rally. That ain't going to happen. Something really has to happen big time, Australia, whatever, but it isn't going to happen. And if you look at spring wheat, if it climbs to 631, that'd be a really big deal. We've been trading right around 690, 692. So it needs a pretty affirmative action coming from somewhere else in the world to climb up to 631. Could, but not likely. Cotton's the same way. If you look at August 1st, it was 88.30. We're not going to get there. That's going to be over. There are really no possibilities to have that happen. I don't see any big chunk of news to come in and have that happen. Now, I've got this all on a card, and what I'm going to say is very simply, um, I think these predictions are really pretty accurate. And what I'd like you to do, I'm going to put this here for a little bit. What I'd like you to do is maybe write these down um, so that hopefully you can prove me wrong. That's what I'm thinking. I'd like to be wrong, especially in the beans. I think I can be real right in the corn. I think I can be real right with the wheat basket. I know I'm right with the cotton. But the good news is corn is getting fueled by the funds liquidating. give it some good other news somewhere else, like more exports than we're even doing better right now. And that's what you got. And then you can email me by the end of the year if this doesn't happen. And I hope it doesn't, or I hope it does, in the sense of corn growing to $4. It'd be wonderful. But write them down so you can say, hey, Randy, you're all goofed up. You didn't know what you were saying. So that's it for today. Again, I don't know if I'm the monkey or the grinder, but hey, folks, I think I'm leaning toward the monkey.